Lead boxing, true. So, the famous sparring between Errol Spence Jr. versus Mayweather. And people are starting to talk about it now. When Errol Spence had went into the doghouse, as they say. And Errol Spence recalls when he went to the doghouse that, they started beating on the ring. But he said, he wasn't intimidated. He wasn't scared. It just pretty much motivated him more. And the difference between Errol Spence and the rest of the people that went in with Mayweather is Errol Spence demanded his respect. I remember on the interview, he said Errol Spence, not Errol Spence, but Mayweather called him the B word. He was like, yeah, you fight good for a beating. And Errol Spence said, what? He's like, oh, yeah, that's just the way he talks. No, that's the way he talks to you guys. Errol Spence let that be known. He talked to you guys like that. He don't talk to me like that. And Errol Spence said, let's go again. And they went 8 or 9 more minutes. Errol Spence is a different breed. He's going to get his respect out of you. He just knows, he's just on go. And he knows how to go. And you're talking about one of the best defensive fighters in the last 20 years with Floyd Mayweather. Regardless of how people try to compare him, you can't compare his defense because nobody's on point with that defense that I've seen yet when it comes to Floyd. His defense is top notch. His pull counter is top notch. So for Earl to get in there, and I heard he was only 2 fights in, pretty much just, getting into the professional ring, and to get a shot with Floyd Mayweather. And, there's rumors is that he gave Floyd Mayweather a black eye. But Errol Spence is a true, he's true to his word. He's never going to leak the stuff out. Whatever people are leaking out, that's on them. He's not going to do that. But I always hear Mayweather say that Errol Spence gave him some good work. Made him have to change up things. And you don't often hear Floyd say that. So, with that being said, people are like, Errol Spence has never seen nobody like Terrence Crawford. I'm like, okay, probably in the ring, but in sparring, I'm pretty sure he has. If you face Floyd Mayweather in sparring, and I know it's just one sparring, and maybe they had 1 or 2 more, but when you're able to handle your own in 2 fights in there and not get totally outclassed, you can say that you've been in there with the best. With that being said, do you think Floyd, who has fought Ugas, and this is another thing, I just want to bring this up. They're saying that Ugas just stood there stationary. Please name me some Cuban fighters who are taught to just stay there stationary. Can we just come up with the point that maybe Ugas was getting touched in the body early, so it slowed down his movement? Can we say that? Because I don't believe that Ugas just stayed there and tried to bang with him. But if he did, that was a dumb decision. That was a real dumb decision. But in Cuban boxing, they're trying to hit and not get hit. That's what they're told. I've never seen too many Cuban boxers that, want to get hit and stay there. And there's one thing that Terrence Crawford said, and that everybody has to agree with because it came out of his mouth. One of his hardest fights was Gamboa. And guess what Gamboa is? A Cuban fighter. So, people were like, well, he wasn't ducking Ugas, but my mind frame would go, if I done fought Gamboa and the dude hurt me pretty bad and was the toughest competition, why would I go back to a guy I fought when I was 18 and he was 19 that beat me? That's a high risk. And people can say whatever they want, but I believe Ugas was a high risk for Terrence Crawford. That's why he didn't fight him. With that being said, Lee's Boxing Truth. Like, comment, subscribe, and does the sparring with Mayweather help at all? Even though it was years ago, probably like 10, 12 years ago, does it help at all? Lee's Boxing Truth. Like, comment, subscribe.